Hi guys, in this video I made this. This is a arrowhead that I carved out of a rock. In this video I'm going to be showing you how exactly I made it, and I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks that you can use to make it yourself. So to get started, you're going to first need a rock, some files like these, and most importantly you're going to need something to cover the ground. And I'm just going to use a sheet of paper. And so I already tried this once, and I got this. It's not too sharp or anything, can't cut me, but it can cut a few strands of hair. So if you don't have something to hold it, like a clamp or a vise like I'm using, it's going to be a lot harder for you. And it's also going to be a lot harder if you don't have a rock that's kind of flat like this one. So if you're doing this at home, then I would really recommend you get a flat rock, because that will save you a lot of pain later. So I'm just going to clamp this in here and try to get this side as flat as possible, because this side's already pretty flat. Don't clamp it down too tight, or it's going to break the rock. Because when I was making this one, I accidentally clamped it down too tight and it broke. So if you have like the perfect shape for a rock, then don't clamp it down too tight. So I've already used this piece of paper for making this little blade thing, and I'm just going to keep using it. So right now I'm just trying to get this as flat as possible. So yeah. It's actually probably faster to just take it out of the clamp and go like this, because it takes less time and is easier. Also, just a side note, I'm also going to be using sandpaper every once in a while, just to get it smooth all the way. And I've been working on it for a few minutes, and you can see I've got it pretty smooth on this side a bit, and this side a bit too. So now I've got it pretty flat on both sides, and focus. Alright, and now it's a pretty uniform thickness or at least maximum thickness. This side gets pretty thin, and so does this side. But now, if you want to do a spearhead or an arrowhead, you're gonna draw out the pattern that you want the spearhead or the arrowhead to be. But if you're just going for like a blade or something, then you can just sharpen one edge. So I'm going for a arrowhead with this rock, and I'm going to draw a pattern, something like this. And you want to try not to waste too much rock on the outside, like right here, because because that just means that's more filing and work for you to do later. So I'm gonna go and erase that and make another drawing. So I've got focus. Okay, so I've got a pretty good outline, and I tried with a pen, but it wouldn't work. So I used a pencil. But now I'm just going to get the general shape of the outline a little wider around here and like here, and then I'm going to start like actually working on the sharp, or start working on getting it sharp. Just a quick tip: if you're drawing the design on to the rock, then a good way to make sure that that the outline stays there is every once in a while just keep putting another layer of like just outline it again and again every like 5 minutes or so, because after a while it'll get faded away and you won't be able to see it anymore. So just like every 5 minutes or so, just outline it again. So I got the basic shape cut out like this, and now I just need to do some fine tuning. And you can see that I just marked everywhere that everything that I'm gonna file away. So in the end, I'm gonna have this shape right here. So I'm gonna sharpen that, and then hopefully we'll have a good arrowhead. So I've gotten to the point where I don't really need like a drawing on the rock to see what I need to do. So I just need to clean up this edge right here a bit, and this isn't even with this side, so I have to make this side bigger and this side smaller, and this side is curved, so I have to fix that too. But you'll get to a point when you don't need the drawing on the rock anymore, and you can just do it like that. I'll also need to flatten out this side a bit because it's kind of ugly. Guys, so quick update. I've got it almost perfect. Of course there are these little indents in here that I'm never gonna get out, but I've got the shape basically done. I just have to get this corner a bit, or the tip a little bit pointy, and I still have to flatten it out right here. But other than that, this is looking pretty good, and I should be able to start sharpening it in a while. Alright guys, so I'm debating whether I should or I shouldn't make this all even, because it's taken me about half an hour just to get to this point, and before it was like that thick. So it's still a lot because this side is that thick compared to this. So I think I'm just gonna keep going and try my best to get it even. So I've got it this far, and I think this is good enough for me. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna start sharpening. Also, you guys probably can't tell in the time lapses, but my hands are getting covered in the sand while I'm filing away on this. Alright guys, I'll say one thing. It's a lot easier doing it with it clamped down than it is just having it in my hand, dragging it across the file. So if you have a clamp of some kind, then I highly suggest that you use it. So I got this pretty sharp, not sharp enough to cut skin or anything, but I bet I could cut a few hairs. So I'll wash it up, and we'll see what it can do. Okay, so I just rinsed it, but before I give it its final washing, I'm going to use some finer grit sandpaper to see if I can get it any sharper. So I finished using this 320 grit sandpaper, and you can see if it'll focus. Alright, so you can see that it's gotten pretty sharp, significantly sharper now with this sandpaper. So I'm gonna wash it up, give it its final washing, and we'll see what it can cut. Alright, so I ended up using the finer grit sandpaper one more time just because one side wasn't as sharp. So what I did, and then now they're both pretty sharp, and now we're gonna test what it can cut. I already kind of tested it a bit. So it can cut some paper here. If I try to go like this, it's kind of just ripping it. So I'm gonna show you like this. Alright, well, it's ripping it like that, isn't it? Well, alright, so you can see that if you get it right, that one side can cut it pretty cleanly. You can see that's really clean. But it still won't cut you, like nothing's gonna happen if you go like that, but it was fun to make. Alright, so making this was really fun, and if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe right here and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on one of my videos. See you guys in the next one.